In that first video, I showed you this artwork, right? Well, I showed you something close to this. If you look at that other layer stack, if you replay that video, you'll see some differences. Right here, we've got a layer for the background, a layer for the menu, the art, and then this one that is turned off because there's no content on it. It says player one. Now let me explain this. This background layer, if I click on it, it's just the outside. It's a rectangle. That is exactly 2048 by 1152. Okay, 2048 by 1152. Let's come over here to the mission. 2048 by 1152. See the numbers? That's exactly 1/4 the size of your 4096 by 2304. You know, my 5120 by 2880, that's where I was getting the 2560 by 1440, 1/4 size, which works perfectly for most things. And I'll get to the exceptions to the rules and show you how to work around so that what your final product is looks the best on your monitor. And you'll still be able to upload the images. So now let's jump back over here and just show you in Illustrator. The menu is just that bar at the top, and it's 24 pixels high. If I click on this, you're going to see it's 24 pixels high, but it's 2048, which is the exact same width, right? And if I click on the art and turn it on, well, the art is whatever size it is. But if I select everything, Command A, and turn on Look in Strokes, it's under Window, Stroke. Notice that we've got, I don't know how that cap switched to there and there. That's really weird. These corners, this shouldn't have happened. This could have happened when I switched back from Live Paint. I don't know. But here are the settings. You want the cap square, the corner square, and the align on the inside. That's really important. You want it on the inside, not the outside, not the middle. You want it on the inside. And that has to do with making everything fit perfectly. Okay, now, if I turn this into a live paint object, problems happen. In playing around with this, I determined that it would be best if we provided our customers, those are the people who are going to pay gold for our designs, for one that has all the layers intact, and one, as soon as you make this a live paint object, you click anywhere, everything gets selected because everything just groups itself on one layer. And now if I hit K to get the live paint bucket, and you can see, you can color in things individually, come up here, you can click in different places in order to fill. Cool, huh? And then I already showed you one result of this. Here's just another option. There's infinite ways you can color these in. Isn't this significantly different than this? You know? Quite a bit different, isn't it? If we switch back here. Okay, and the final food for thought is, let me just show you. Here's one without a menu. See, it says no menu. And I left the menu out because that is exactly 24 pixels, but it stretches in the center larger. And you notice these things bend around. So this is one of those exceptions to the rules where you got to save this out when you save for the web at actual size, the 4096 by 2304. I'll make videos for that. Another idea I had, and I can see a color scheme in my mind working exceptionally well on this and creating a pretty psychedelic desktop background. And then something you may have seen before, working with typography. This is completely legit. And this has the letters on their own layer, because if you want to work from this, it would be really helpful to have the letters and squares separate from one another. So you can select all the squares at once. And I can take this another step and we can talk about that. But what can you do with this? And I think when I show you this, you're going to remember and go, oh yeah, I remember that. Scotchko showed us this before, that you can hear the art in your own way. How do you want to color these in? And adding these drop shadows in, this was done in Photoshop. And yeah, I've done different versions of this and played around with the colors and different harmonies. And I'll show you that later. But for right now, just know that what you want to create is one with layers that has on separate layers the background, the menu, the art, and your name. And the art may be on multiple layers, and dependent upon your art itself, the menu may be, superfluous and not play a role in the final design. Then you save this and then save as and make everything a live paint object. That is your how to do it for the kids who've been paying attention, who can follow instructions and remember that the strokes go on the inside and everything was half a pixel. And this is the coloring book. Well, this is the coloring book for live paint. This is the coloring book if you want to use traditional selection and play with the fill-in stroke the way you do typically with Illustrator. So more detailed videos will be forthcoming that'll help you learn how to do all this. I think that there are some students who are already connecting the dots because some of your designs might really work when you crop them out. You start thinking in this 16 by 9 format and the 2048 wide, 1152 high with the 24 pixel menu. And of course, actual size is 48 pixels. But again, I'll take you through this, but for right now, let's work to help everyone come up with their own custom desktop. And wouldn't it be cool to see your art on someone else's computer? And get that extra gold in your pocket. And no one's going to rip off art because the penalty for stealing intellectual property will be, oh, so punishing. Have some fun with this.